Mini cheddars. Mini cheddars. Cheddars at a mini. Mini ched. Can you smell the? Can you smell? Can you probably smell the cheese? Cheddars at a mini. Look like a fucking psychopath. I don't know. I've always classed these as crisps, right? Or to our lovely friends over the pond, potato chips. But somebody at work the other day said they were crackers. That to me is what I'm a cracker. Can I say that? Can I be racist to myself? I don't know. I'm sure YouTube will let me know if I can or can't. Feeding salt. Feeding salt. Oh, fuck. The desperate look for a mini cheddar. Wow. How desperate do you want a mini cheddar? Look at the greed. The greed absolutely sickens me. I love them. What are you sniffing my dick for? The greed absolutely. Will I get banned? Will people hate me if I give the dog a mini cheddar? I've given the dog a mini cheddar. Fuck, somebody call Rolf Harris. Call Rolf Harris. He's a pedo, isn't he? I only use that reference because he did a show. He did a show from back in there called Animal Hospital. I forgot he was a pedo. Don't call. I don't hang around with pedos. Ones that you know of. Look at the darkness. They're not quite scary actually, because you get the little. I've got a Joker poster on the ceiling. Look at that for a reflection of the window. It right scary. I absolutely love zooming in on my face. And I don't know why. You want to do something disgusting? Definitely. YouTube might be like, fuck off. Hello, everybody. Wait. Oh, fuck. Can you see my coffee? Can you see my coffee over there? Ready for some Jedi powers. Oh, fuck. Pause it first. Nick Jaw. Look at that. Look at that for some fucking... You've just dribbled right on my fucking toe. That is disgusting. Mini cheddars. Cheddars at a mini. Mini cheddar. Optimus, just how the game works. Optimus, just how the game works. Mini cheddars. Cheddars at a mini. Mini cheddars. Cheddars at a mini. Oh, is he starting to slobber? Ah, look at that. Look at you just... mini cheddars. Cheddars at a mini. What we call the stack attack. This is what... I think I've told the story of when I used to eat these in school and I would go to people and blow the powder in their hair. You'd touch them a mini cheddar a little bit and they would just spot in their hair. Mini cheddars. Cheddars at a mini. Mini cheddars. Cheddars at a mini. I hope to God at least one person watches this video. I hope to God one person watches this video. If one person watches this video for the rest of the day, they just keep going, mini cheddars. Cheddars at a mini. You can have, just to save the health and safety people, like the dog lovers, we'll give him a little quarter there. Off camera, he can have whatever he wants. On camera, I'm like, no, he has a full vegan diet. Fat fuck likes mini cheddars like I do. Hey Google, are mini cheddars safe for your dog?
On the website butternutbox.com, they say, generally, dogs should not eat crisps. That includes popular varieties such as Wotsits, Quavers, Mini Cheddars, Doritos, Pringles, Skips, and Hula Hoops.
We may have killed the dog. Wait. Hey Google, are mini cheddars classified as crisps or crackers?
I couldn't find an answer to that specific question, but according to the retreat.pub, Mini Cheddars are a brand of baked cheddar cheese flavoured British-style savoury biscuit, having a granular crumbly texture, unlike crackers which are harder, more brittle and flaky in texture.
So it's a biscuit. Because before Google said it was a crisp, so maybe it's absolutely fine. Is he dead? Sir, are you alive? Are you alive and well? Are you alive and well, sir? Are you alive and well? You had a mini cheddar. Oh my God. The little cunt's just slobbered all over my fucking leg. If I get the RSPCA, I'll boot my door down. They're fucking full on FBI. Oh my god, you got mini cheddars. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we got him. Oh, what else? What is it? Do you remember when it first started? Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Hello, Visual Roonies. It is time for another edition of the Visual Guys Canoes News, where it's creaky chair corner time. Where hopefully this week, because this weekend is the first weekend. Oh no, wait, is it the first weekend? I think it's the first weekend of my little Christmas break. Time off over Crimble. I fucking love it. I do. But hopefully this weekend is so much better than last weekend, because what happened last weekend? Lost in the derby. And we played shit. Oh, my mate messaged me from New Zealand whilst I was clocking in at work on the Monday morning, and it's not technically the weekend, but close enough. Being like, yeah, I'm in Hobbiton. Oh, what else happened? John Cena tapped out, so. Did you ever used to do that? Like when you were a kid, with both of them at the same time, they were, and did you ever used to get a phone and put them next to each other? Like, and it fucking made you like you're giving yourself brain cancer or some shit. Hopefully this weekend is a lot better than last weekend. But anyway, Visuals, should we get crack-a-lacking and straight into it? Because we might have to perform CPR on the dog. And if you listen to actually the last Rumble On podcast, I think it was the last one, it is official. I am certified not health and safety, first aid responder at work. The boss asked me if I wanted to. I was like, fucking too right. If you're seizuring, if you're bleeding out, I learned how to do the back things properly. You've got to whip him. You can't just, it's whip him. I did the things so I could whip him. What else was it? I think what was one, like fucking chemicals and shit on you. There was a guy called Winston who kept popping up in a little video who said wound instead of saying wound, because he was like, he had an accent, I don't know where it's from. He's going, when you need to hit the wound, just get the wound. That's what the rest of the go, you've got the wound. Horrible stick fuck. But anyway, right, let's get crack-a-lacking with story number one, where we have Florida man dies in explosion after attempting to microwave a microwave. That's right, Florida man sat there and went, do you know what? I could try and put in the microwave. Another microwave. Oh, I'm sat there wondering all this time. I've been wondering, is it possible? It's a microwave. Another microwave. I don't know what accent am I going there. I can probably. What accent am I doing there? I've got the like the American-y bit there. Was that like an actor? I do believe I can microwave a microwave. You gonna put some microwave? Oh my god, there feels like there's a celebrity in my head somewhere there. Who the fuck's voice is that? But anyway, yeah, so Florida man sat there and thought, probably off his face, because it's Florida man, it's always off his face. And thinking, the good idea for me to spend on a Thursday night is to microwave the microwave. That'll be, you'd have to have a massive second microwave for the first microwave to fucking go round. It'd have to be fucking. This one, I don't quite understand what's happening, because it's a sign. It's a sign basically saying, can't work it out, stand up anyway. I don't know if this is like some sort of health and, like the flights, you may disembowel your seatbelt now because the flight's already there. Captain says it's safe to walk about the cabin. But I don't understand what's happening here. It looks like there's hard-ons, and if there is, show off. It looks like there's pregnant hard-ons. What the fuck does that mean? I don't know. Actually, that's just giving me a weird sort of thing there. We won't think about that again. That's fucking disgusting. I don't know what this sign means. If I was sat there looking at this sign on the plane like, take it off, and then so the stewardess would be like, "Okay, put it fucking back on. You can." So read the sign. I'm reading the sign, but that's all I do. I'll just whimper and bow down and cry. I'd be in the fetal position. I'd see the sign. I'd go, "What the fuck's that?" I wouldn't have a fucking clue, because what the fuck does that mean? What a New Year's resolution this is. This is why I completely agree with gun politics, because why change my New Year's resolution from being less negative to get a gun? And so instead of being like, do you know what? Instead of being, less negative, because I'm always like, oh, it's a grey day today. Oh, the flowers aren't out today. Oh, well, my shoes got wet on the way to work today. It's going to be, instead of being less negative, I'm just going to buy a gun. So what does that mean?
What does that mean? So when you're like something shit's happening, like your football team just lost, you're just gonna sit there going, "Oh, I'm not very negative, me." You have to sit there and be like, "Oh, you really lovely person." "Oh, I'm not negative. Oh, yeah, guns are sexy. If I had a gun, I would sit there like, "Hey, Thomas, don't you, Thomas? Nutty, smack your bum, Thomas." This is awkward because how do you have the conversation with grandma? In fact, do you say grandma or do you say grandmother? Or no, what's the grandma, grandmother, granny? When do, this will be awkward to explain that, but a bunch of teenagers saw a little jar on the side, or an urn, I should say. So found some powder in it and thought, that looks like cocaine. What does that look like to you? That looks like cocaine. That looks like cocaine. And then they end up sniffing it away. She comes in. "Hey, boys, have you seen Grandad Tommy? Where's Grandad Tommy gone? The urn's gone and I can't find him anywhere." They all suck their powder over the face. "I think we may have just took Grandpa Tommy up our nose." She's, "Oh, no, dear, you just snorted your grandpapa. Your grandpapa." Gran gives a shit. We'll leave that one where it is. I don't know what I was going to say. Where's story number 5? Have I missed number 5? No. Man kills his best friend for not saying no ham after 10... oh, wait, no. For saying no homo after 10-hour anal session. That's right. So, immediately... these blokes committed a gay act. I don't want to say they were gay because you could jerk your best friend off and not have it be gay. You're just bored. But these two had a 10-hour bum session. To have a 10-hour bum session, I'm assuming there's probably a little bit of gay in there. And I'm fine with that. I don't give a flying fuck if you're gay, straight, left, right, whatever. If you're a fucking right angle or one of them fucking things that you put a pen in and it does the circles. I don't give a fuck what you are. But... this bloke bummed his mate for 10 hours and then finished, walked off, and they ended up fucking killing him because he went, "Why did you kill him?" "Because he bummed me for 10 minutes and it wasn't gay." But then he went, he forgot to say no homo, so it was gay. And you're looking there going, well, it is a bit gay anyway because you're committing a gay act. If your penis is in another man, you may not be gay, but that is a gay act, if you know what I mean. Like I said, you could just be college lads exploring, like, "Oh, what a bum for a bear, let's bum ya." I always feel like, how does that work? Does you know how, like, you and your missus can have a quick romp? But not me and mine. We need, like, a fucking scheduled, planned, give us a month's notice ahead of time in case I might be fucking dying from, or whatever, or she just might be like, "I can't be bothered." But, like, if you're on a quickie, it's sort of like, you see him in the films, like, all hot and passionate. You're like, "Oh, yeah," usually like like a bog or something up against the wall, like, all that shit. Is it possible for my fellow Homo sapiens, for my fellow LGBTQI plus gay men, to have a quickie? Or do you need to quickly, like, "I better sort the bum out, there's poo everywhere"? Like, is a quickie possible? I mean, I know you can quickly do penis stuff. But, like, do you carry around a bum cleaner constantly? If you want a quickie, that might be another one for Thomas. I'm going too much detail into your life here, mate. That might be something that you have to explain to me in the comments below. I think this one's for the girls because we know what us lads can be like. We could be like, "Hey, she never made it official, so, lads, I can shag a boot." But gentle ways to just remind him that you are dating. I think my girlfriend needs to do this for me time to time. Not that because I'm a player stud. I could be if I wanted to be. Like, who doesn't want... I'm currently actually sat tucked in. You know what I mean? I'm a bit of a player. But there's, a couple of little signs be like, you do realise, we're dating. You can't just got to do what you want. We've been married for 7 years. We've got 4 kids. That's, they've been quick at it. We're kind of, them, the man's like, "Oh, yeah. I forgot. I was going to go out with the boys and, touch willies and shit." Us boys did that, we did. So just a few gentle ways to just say, "Hey, men, the only time it's probably like you can't quite fathom or understand it is like if it's like you've been out for a few weeks or some shit. I think you do, first of all, you have to make it official. Us men can be really dumb. Next thing you know, we could be married for 20 years and the down Mary port some way, just being like, "I haven't seen you in like a week. Where have you been? I didn't realise we were together. Josh, we got married 24 years ago. How did you not know?" "Oh, sorry, love, I thought that was a joke. I thought that was why you be coming home to me every day. I just thought you wouldn't leave the house." Because you do also get girls like that. There are a few things, but us men can be fucking, there's a lot of us that us men do better than women, like, smashing up trees. But there's also a lot of stuff that then women do better than us, isn't there? There is a difference in genders. Sorry, sex. Which one's not going to get me cancelled anymore? Oh, shit, my girlfriend's definitely told me this. Yes, your sex is what you're into. Your gender is what you are. Once again, couldn't give a shit what you are. You could be a fucking refrigerator for all I give a shit. I just might not get it right the first time. You might have to be like, hey, excuse me, I'm not a woman, I'm a refrigerator. And I'd go, oh, sounds pretty chill. There we have it, visuals. Another edition of the Visual Guys Canoes and News. But before we go, we've got to give you the sports and weather, bruh. We've got to give you the sports and weather, bruh. Where we've got Guy versus Brick, and we've got just a drunk guy fail or drunk girl fail. One of the two.
It's the sports, but it's not really the sports because we don't actually talk about sports. I used to do sports, but then I got really fat.
I think it's Guy versus Brick. There's a Guy versus something, so I'm assuming if it is Brick, well, I can't look at this. My fucking disgusting, my absolute state of my fucking on my Pokemon notepads and shit. I think it's Guy versus Brick, so hopefully, not hopefully, but there should be something showing a guy getting fucked up by a brick. That's funny. Why? Well, it's because I watched the Jackass Boys growing up. Whenever your mate gets hurt, you're like, immediately, that's fucking brilliant. You're not like, are you all right, Pio? What's it? You're like, haha, knobhead.
Time for the weather, where I'm not going to tell you anything about the weather. If you do need to know that, just look outside your window.
I think for this drunk one, we love a drunk fail on here. So it could be, or is it say drunk guy fall? There was movement in the downstairs area. Yeah, hopefully there's a drunk person just either falling or failing or just being like... And there we have another edition of Dan's News and Sports. And we're going to go to Dan's happy ending, where we're going to tickle your tummy hearts before you go, just to give you that little happy ending, where this... I don't know how this could go, because it says train fail. And if a train fails, that's not something small and little, is it? That's quite monumental.
Oh, look, it's that fat lad. It's Dan. Ugly Dan, and he's really, really fat.
Okay, it's a guy dancing on a train, giving a woo and all this kind of shit. I've been watching loads of compilations lately of like, welcome to New York, and it's people in like the subway and all the shit, and just, I thought us Brits had the most classic and iconic crackheads. It could be New York City. There's a lot of crackheads in New York just doing the New York kind of things. This is just a guy dancing and falling. I literally thought I just saved a little gif of a train disaster. I was like, that's brilliant, that. We'll have a bit of that for the news. Luckily, it's not that. It's just a guy dancing on a train, failing. There we have visuals. That is your Visual Guys Canoes and News. Like I said, so it's the first week. Yeah, so Christmas is like 3 or 4 days away. Merry Christmas and all that kind of shit. Hopefully you have a lovely, wonderful time. Go check out Dan's Talking Crap over on Spotify. Please do that, because why not? And what else was I going to say? At the time of recording, we're back to 999 visuals. I don't know if somebody's trolling me. We go down, we go up again, we go down. Are we going to hit that 1,000 mark before New Year's? I will. It's a surprise. Visuals, thank you for watching. And most community, keep it down. Breathe, like, hardly any breath. Well, to be fair, they both sound blocked. Is it? I've got one, because you can see my nose is bent as shit. Like, one nose is proper hard to breathe out of. I think it's that one. Yeah, it's definitely that one. Oh, there's some bumpy shit in there that shouldn't be there.